Hello, my lovies! In this episode of React of the Week, today we'll be reacting to British memes. Now, I'm from the south part of Australia, and our vocabulary is almost identical. And if you go to Sydney, it sounds more American.
Must do for foreigners when visiting England. When I was visiting, a homeless man saw me looking at Big Ben and said, "Oi, don't they have clocks in America?" I was devastated. It's so funny how Americans don't have proper cheese. Like, what is this? Are you okay? I was today years old when I found out these bad boys go this deep into the ground. Britons encouraged to get rats as pets as they are sociable, intelligent, and friendly.
Yeah, rats are better than mice, to be honest. Mice are bad choice of pets because rats are more cleaner. So I recommend you guys get a pet rat, not mice. Mice are more solitary and rats are more social.
Hopefully the rats can pass these traits onto the British people. I found my favorite Tumblr post again. British people be like, wakes up during a heart transplant. Right, what's all this then? Do British people still do the accent when nobody is around? Every British politician sounds like a Dark Souls boss. A father protecting his daughter's ears from the Blitz, 1941. Is British food really that bad? If made correctly, yes. Praying for the people in England. What happened there? They live there. Is that a Fiesta or a Focus? I can't actually tell. Focus, mate. I'm trying, but I have ADHD. If Stranger Things was British, bit odd in it. There are 319 beans and 8 sausages in a can of Heinz Beans pork sausage. British people be like, I'm British. It's because they drank the tea. You can't park there, mate. Friday. His hands are boxing glove level. Whoever told me to come to London owes me an apology. Scrap outside Parton School on grass if anyone wants it. You're a fully grown man offering to fight people outside of school. Get a fucking grip, mate, and keep off the drink. What the fuck are you on about, you fucking muppet? Scrap metal, keyboard warrior. A very British looking street in America. Sign at work today. The spider's infestation problem is mostly resolved, or the spiders have learned to use the printer. Message from the dog groomers. Hi, Dexter is dead. Hi, Dexter is ready now. Sorry, stupid autocorrect. He had a great time. Thought I found 20 pounds on the bus. Was in a great mood until I unfolded it, and it was some sort of religious pamphlet. Geezer in front of me on the train is using a Twix as a pillow. This guy is a menace. Decent 3 out of 4 star burger and chips, but the cashier was fit, so it bumps it up to 5. Hi Tesco's, I've got a serious problem with one of your products. Hi Adam, could you please elaborate? Yes, why on earth has your shampoo turned my dog pink? Anyone know this man? He entered my garden and helped himself to my fungi. He was unrepentant when I spoke to him. Bored, so does anyone want to fight? I will give you 50 quid if you win, but you probably won't. Cheers, Tony. Woman eats pasta with gravy. Now people want her banned from Italy. Yeah, can't blame them to be fair. Ordered a 250 milliliter portion of garlic sauce with our takeaway, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I can't work out whether this lad is still in school or has worked in insurance for the last 25 years. The fact that Newcastle briefly had an upmarket sit-down version of Greg's called Greg's Moment truly was peaked in 2010. This sword was found during the search of a vehicle earlier today. Thankfully, it's been taken off the streets. You're doing God's work, mate. Lost an ancestor to a sword like that in the 13th century. British cuisine, best in the world. Them peas look like the soldiers from the Toy Story have been melted. Did you know the only reason there are pyramids in Egypt is because they are too heavy to carry to the British Museum? My postman has left his sack on my doorstop. What does this mean? Am I the postman now? It was just banter. The British Museum will take anything but jokes. Extra second added to Green Man so fatties can cross the road. Accountant, 38, bullied at work, wanted to go out with a bang, so stole 170k from his bosses and spent it all in one weekend on drugs and women. The probability of you being born was around 1 in 400 trillion. Fuck's sake, can't win a tenner on scratch card, but can win this shite existence. Nice one. School bullies in America wouldn't last 5 minutes in the UK. No, they would. They would bring an M4 though. Why would they bring a motorway to school? New record. Fastest time to drink a Capri Sun. Confident I could smash this record. Married man drives 400 miles to meet Facebook woman, only to discover it's a hoax set up by rival football fans. Man proposes to girlfriend using the side of a cow. Man who stole 200,000 Cadbury's cream eggs, jailed. The getaway car. Man who ate 124 kebabs in a month says it left him physically and psychologically damaged. What's worse, German humor or French hygiene? British food. Morning of my dad's wedding. I was 14. Why do I look like a disgraced UKIP candidate? Never not laughed at this. What's missing from this Christmas dinner? An oven. This is a real movie coming next year. I can't wait. Fucking hell. Paddington took a dark turn since the Queen died. Barksy. Assured story. How do you delete someone off Facebook from school that you do not like? This is insane to think about. Mental man. Always thought Tokyo was in Japan. What are you doing in this situation? Hiding in WH Smith because that shop refuses to die. Be aware, these kids are smashing windows in Roseworth. When asked what they were doing, they said, smashing windows. Very rude message, mowed into a field near the Gloucestershire border. What would you say to Princess Diane if she was your mother? What's for dinner, mum? I made a device that checks the council website and lights up to show you what color bin to put out. I call it the Bindicator. Woodland beauty spot haunted by ghost that tells people to fuck off. Can you lot fuck off with the British thing already? I wish
British. There's no T in British for British people.
British people took jokes as well as they took other people's cultural artifacts. Gary Lineker went through his entire career without receiving a booking. So did my father, lovely fella, but a shit DJ. I accidentally wore a green t-shirt in Asda. Long story short, I'm now covering Sandra's shift on a Sunday. Rescuers learned that the exotic bird they found was actually a seagull covered in curry.
I've seen this. It looks like an exotic bird, but it turns out it's a seagull.
Can't be to full English. Did you cook this with sunlight? He looks like a microwaved Gordon Ramsay. Don't go out tomorrow. Why? It's windy. To the barber in Morley who did this to my unaccompanied 13-year-old, may I suggest you do not give
What's this hair reminds me of? It reminds me of Charlie Brown.
stupid haircuts to minors without an adult present. This is ridiculous. Ariana Grande is now dating Wildstone Raider. What's that rat-looking thing? That singer, Ariana Grande. Awful. Worst chip shop. Paid £7.60 for a kebab. Hardly any meat. Nan was burnt. Rubbish. Never going there again. Sorry to hear about your Nan. I hope she gets well soon. Bear Grylls renames his alarm clock to Opportunity Clock because alarm has negative connotations. What are you doing today? I'm in hospital. Oh no. Why? Having my baby hair. Gutted. I'm
Oh, this gives me a flashback with all the scammers who don't write proper English. They go with I got beef with them, but I might make a video titled as a revenge to the Nigerian scammers, cause fuck them.
not out tonight, man. Poor kid. Brits be like Peter Parker. A man pours beers into an ashtray for his dog at a pub in Manchester. We used to be a proper country. Why do you have a portrait of Hacker of CBBC? It's my dog that passed. I think we should change every public bin to a frog bin. I'm bringing Sexy back. Get it? Because he's doing a double chin and cross-eyed face. You, sir, have won the internet for today. UK hit by Cadbury's 99 flake shortage. Just wanted to send my best wishes to everyone sitting their GCSEs today. How do you physically get a 1 in English? Scouse not English. 1 sip of a pint and he's up on the table dancing. Can't take this dog anywhere. What is the most successful lie in history? That these are temporary. If you drink cold water and piss warm, technically you're a teapot. This is why I love British. Dad spends £34 on curry only to find out takeaway had been shut down when he went to get it. British people on the website after they accidentally press English US instead of English UK. British people be like, micro crisp. My log cabin is starting to take shape. I urge every youngster to go out and watch. Look at how many sausages the lady in Greg's gave me. Thinking about the mad clutch control Peppa Pig's dad has. You know, always driving up that steep hill. Someone hacked into my Netflix account last month and watched every episode of Cocomelon and then left me a note. Thanks for everything, you legend. Told my mum I fancied trainers for Christmas and she got me Slazengers, the men who flooded Devon with drugs. Matey in the middle just tucked into these. My dad was like, I met a guy today, apparently he's pretty famous. Then sends a picture. Tell me why it's Harry Styles. The North-South Divide illustrated by Waitrose. Lol, what the hell? Hello, I am the UK government. You need to pay £1,500 iTunes gift card or you under the arrest. One of the biggest tragedies in British history. Does anyone remember when the whole of UK went yellow back in 2017? The best Snapchat story I've ever seen. Taking Big Man to Southport for ice cream. Only do what your heart tells you. Go to the pub. Okay, mate. Hello, mate. I bought a lamp off you, but it didn't turn up. Can you send me proof it didn't arrive? Sure. Things I do when I'm drunk, man. Today only, due to a shortage of Tyrell's crisps, Walkers will be included in the meal deal. This would instantly vaporize a British person. Bought these Pandora charms off some bloke in the pub. Now I've got home, I'm thinking they might not be legit. People I call boss. Kebab shop workers, my actual boss. Dad livid after Asda staff allows his 7-year-old son to buy a £2 scratch card. Duck walks into pub, drinks pint, fights dog, loses, maintains a bow tie. Pig escapes its pen and wanders streets. Teen ends up in Paris after a drunken night out in Manchester. At funeral today, the speaker mentioned what football team the deceased supported and someone booed. British people could watch their family be murdered and be like, I don't quite fancy that. Do British websites use biscuits? My brain has actually gone to mush just after serving a customer and her total came to £17.50 and I go to her, that's 10 to 6. US children speaking in British accents because of Peppa Pig, Theresa May, Theresa June. This is the greatest thing I've seen in a long time. Great Britain and its politics never fail to amuse me. Sometimes I get sad, then this comes across again. Got a rash, use some pseudocreme. Cut, pseudocreme. Legs fallen off, pseudocreme. Wanted by the police for tax fraud, pseudocreme. Genuinely solves everything. What do they call Karens in Europe? Americans. Rad, my name is Roy, and I cannot change it. Mom replied, that's heavy that, after being arrested for attempted murder. Police force is running out of vegan meals because they arrested so many Just Stop Oil protesters. I've just taken my grandson to the park, and some idiot has covered the playground in beans. I have cleared as much as I can, but I only had one sheet of kitchen roll. Please be careful. Holiday to Spain, ruined by too many Spaniards in Spanish hotel. Man dies in Lake District while walking out with his friends. Love the Lake District, been there many times. Entire pavement stolen overnight from village. Romanian arrived in UK on Friday, stole on Saturday, jailed on Monday. Just cost me £1 to put air in my tires, used to be 20p. Suppose that's inflation for you. Rooftop drama as teens filmed throwing custard creams at helpless bystanders. It's just a big clock, 1 rating. I don't understand all the hype with this clock. It is literally just a big clock. It's going to be a digital one in 30 years anyway. 10 best restaurants in Birmingham, Shell Garage. Seagulls are getting drunk on leftover booze and throwing up on firefighters. One was so drunk it fell off a roof. Dad who hasn't stopped farting since he ate a ham roll in 2017 sues for 200k. Man climbs into speed camera and flashes cars with his phone. Half of Britons would refuse free trip to the moon, fearing there's not enough to see, or that it would take too long. Come get your grub, you fat bitch. Dinner's ready in 5. I can bring it up to you if you're in the middle of something. Our dad did not share Euro Millions jackpot, so we smashed his car up with a hammer. Sorry mum, phoned you on accident. No worries, had you by accident. Step 1, drop tea bag. I hate tea, I'm not reading this. Car crashes into opticians in Kent. Does anyone own this cat? Just seen it knock this fence over. Favorite go-to breakfast? I'm not telling you, you will get it banned. Can you tone it down a little please? Stop screaming like a twat or I will volley that PlayStation out the fucking window. This Henry Hoover nativity scene is very rent-free in my head. Fuming. Go to wrap my presents thinking I've brought silver wrapping paper and I've brought fucking cellophane. England versus Italy. Just seen this old man struggling to walk down the street after nipping to the shops. Saw the young lad stop and asked if he was okay. He carried his stuff and held the man's arm as he got home. Well done that lad, credit to his parents. I love online dating, such fun and exciting conversations with new people. Hey Stacy, looks like you're killing it in the gym. How long has it been something you're passionate about? Are you recruiting them on LinkedIn? Not what I was expecting to hear off the bride today, considering it was such a peaceful, laid-back wedding. That's lovely, thank you. Just a quick FYI, Alex, my best man, stabbed my brother last night, so we need him in as little footage as possible. Thank you so much for yesterday. What is a person from London called? My neighbor is from London. He is called Rob. Medieval peasants only worked around 150 days in a year. The church believed it was important for them to keep happy with frequent, mandatory holidays. You have less holidays than a medieval peasant. What I think cars looked like 20 years ago. What they really looked like. British Grand Prix today. Is this bloke's stag and his mates have made him wear it. Keeps getting stopped by the police. 4 years ago, I was doing trolleys at Sainsbury's on a Monday night. I left, worked hard, and got a degree from the University of Sheffield. Now I'm doing trolleys at Waitrose on a Friday night. Never give up. Reasons I'm miserable. I'm British. If it weren't for America, you would be speaking German right now. If it weren't for Britain, America wouldn't even exist. What's the best nickname you've ever heard? A Sparky I knew looked like Elton John and got called Socket Man. Cows are friends, not food. Name one cow you're friends with. Your mum. The lowest I'll go is 500. Will you take 100 if I collect now? Sure, my address is. Sounds good. Here now. Go inside. It's a comedy club. Yeah, head to the stage and tell your jokes to somebody else. Hello, this is the police. Sorry to inform you, your rider will probably be arrested. I will try to cancel the order for you. Cut my nephew's hair, and he told me he wanted it like my next door neighbor's, who's bald on the top and got a little bit of hair on the side. So, being the great uncle I am, I give the kid what he wanted. Looking for his keys. Did I solve your question? No. Glad to hear that. Couldn't get a taxi home last night, so I went to a takeaway and ordered a pizza to my address and got him with the delivery driver. £13.50 for Scran and a taxi home. I'm a genius. David Tennant faked having a personal assistant so he did not have to attend events he did not want to go to. Apparently, you are not allowed to swear now in Leeds. Stop the world. I'm getting fucked off. What a fantastic role model for youngsters. Fuck off. Are you from Manchester? Or just here for uni or something? Here for uni. Yeah, I thought you looked too exotic. Where are you from? Birmingham. Right. Just to get things straight, this is the dog my dad took a photo of yesterday. So some dope spotted decided to take a picture of my dad's van and post it all over Facebook, telling everyone to watch your dogs, basically saying he's going around pinching dogs. He took the photo because he couldn't get over how fat the dog was. He's a plasterer, not a dog pincher, and if he was to go pinch a dog, it wouldn't be that fat lump. Happy to be a 1-star pub if this person's idea of a 5-star pub is anything to go by. Looked okay from the outside. Too many local, unknown beers to choose from once inside. No Stella, Kronberg, etc. or any popular global beer. We stayed for 1 pint and left to a proper pub that does well-known beers. Bit of a hippie or trendy crowd, to which wasn't impressive. Also, barman is far too enthusiastic and excited about selection of beers. So I came out the house at 5 AM this morning to check if the car was frozen, and I saw this bloke leaning on a wall with a walking stick. I thought he must be out of breath. Just came to the door now at 6:40 and he's still there. I shouted, "Mate, are you alright?" Then I got no reply. I walked down the road to check on him, and it's a smashed trampoline net hanging over the wall. Ha 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 ha. Woman feels discriminated by KFC over lack of meat-free options. I can completely sympathize. The other day, I went to the World of Carpet to buy a new telescope, but was astounded and disgusted at the complete lack of optical equipment. It's almost as if they would purposely set out to satisfy the needs of carpet buyers, but deliberately snubbed those who weren't. Utter madness. Great work by officers for having the sweet smell of succession. The males were stopped and had bags full to the brim with confectionery that was obviously not bought for consumption by themselves. Approximately £367 seized. Your head of year at school after he catches that one lad, Lucasades and Chewits at break. So you ghosted me. No, I did not. Your conversation skills were below par and I carried the conversation all of the time. You are nonchalant, inexpressive, and your idea of taking an interest in me was a constant. How was your day? Having a conversation with you was not mentally stimulating. I did not ghost you. I just stopped entertaining mediocrity. Wow. We've seen our Rocketman jetpack deliveries to Glassroom delivers this week. Imagine just seeing this man at 1:32 AM flying around in a jetpack, delivering chicken wedges and a large pizza. You would be baffled. Lad, you're clearly the better player. Can you just pass it around the bag for a second half? I want to eat some toast. The tallest mallard duck to ever have lived since the records began, known as a long boy. He lives on the campus of the University of York. He stands over 1 meter tall. A 100-year-old London pug. What the fuck did I just say? Pug?
Okay, guys, that is all that classy British meme I have reacted to. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.